Hi, hello. I'm Abhiram TVS and I've been in Chennai for about 20 years now. 8 years back, I had a person ask me a question. Do you want to be yet another 16-year-old guy or a 16-year-old guy that people will look up to you? And that question, that changed my life. And from then on, I've had various experiences, various instances, starting an electronic trading company at the age of 15 when I was in my 11th grade, and moving on to building a finance trading company. And from then on, started an events and artist management venture when I was in my school. And I built then India's first subscription for theaters, and then on worked with a theater group, took over their restaurant business and joined an accelerator. Today I run an accelerator which helps startups scale, start and even sustain. So I work with the founders predominantly from early stage all the way up to family businesses, which are either legacy businesses or can be MSMEs, and I work with these founders in helping them build the future. I did my engineering in Chennai, and one biggest thing that engineering taught me was that you can do anything in life if you have the intention, right? And when I did the engineering in this college, I learned everything except engineering, and that's what led me to be an entrepreneur, because I use my time not just to learn the academics but to get out there, use the opportunities right from infrastructure, the people, the experiences, the events that happen. All that actually got me connect with people, which got me here. Every experience that I have, I owe it to my school, my college, my neighborhood, my relatives, my family, because everyone played an important role either by saying yes to something or by saying no to a lot of things. And that's what got me to the place where I am today.
Why entrepreneurship?
Entrepreneurship is all about the mindset. It's about how you do things, and it has nothing to do with what you do. You can be an employee in a large corporate organization, you can be a business owner in a family setup, or you can be a small scale venture that probably you started a year back or a month back, or just an Instagram page that where you're selling something from home, right? It's about how you do it. It doesn't have to be either a specific sector, or it doesn't have to be in terms of an industry or the nature of business. It's all about how you think, how you take action, how you take decisions, and that's what defines entrepreneurship. And that made me understand that whatever you do in life, if you're able to maximize and if you're able to add value in everything that you do, entrepreneurship lies everywhere in everything that you do. The intention of DoLabs was, when I had my own stints of startups, I experienced a lot of breakdowns where there were instances where I had struggled with building a core team. I struggled with building my customer journey. I struggled even with launching my own venture. I struggled even with finding the right set of people that I need to approach in order to offer my services. In every instance, I learned that it is always necessary for you to seek help. And that realization got me to talking to a lot of people, fellow entrepreneurs, fellow employees, fellow business owners, and learned a lot about how you can add your essence and add your style in running your own business, right? End of the day, there are a lot of people who tell you how to do the business. And what I understood in that journey is that when there are hundreds of people who tell you how to do and what to do, there are very few people who actually show you and do it with you. And that made me understand that it is important for you also not just guide people, but to also nurture them. Because entrepreneurs today, with the level of opportunities that are available, with the level of information that is available, there are too many people trying to do too many things, and it's very easy to get lost, very easy to get stuck. And only if you have certain people not just guiding you, but holding your hand and actually run with you, climb with you, you can go a long way. So I want to be that person for the fellow entrepreneurs after my stints in the entrepreneurship. So I started DoLabs with the intention of doing it. So DoLabs means taking action and running experiments. So experiments is where you try to innovate, and that's what generally happens in a lab. And doing is something, it's all about taking action. So we combined those both words and actually started DoLabs. You have incubators, you have startup venture studios, you have VC firms, you have consultants. There are different categories of people in this specific sector who basically help you to build your future, right? Everyone is doing it in their own style. Some people help you with finances, some people help you with business modeling, some people help you with connecting you to the right kind of people. Some people even help you just giving you an idea and nudging you to take action, right? The intention of DoLabs right from the ground level was always to give people the option of doing it themselves. It is about not helping you, but help you to help yourself. And that's why we call ourselves as enablers and not some people who just come and execute it for you. Because if I come and execute for you today, I might solve your problem, but tomorrow I might not be able to be there with you for you forever. The intention is to enable you and build a system that can eventually take you forward for how many ever years going forward. And that's where sustenance comes into place. And we intend to be the people who travel with you and enable you to travel for yourself forever. All these brands that I worked with, all these organizations rather that I worked with, these range from early stage startups all the way up to family businesses, which are 100-year-old and 120-year-old organizations, second, third generation entrepreneurs taking over them. As an enabler, ecosystem enabler to say, I believe that the power of connections is something that is extremely, a lot of people don't understand the value of, right? It is about connecting to individuals. It's about connecting to dots, connecting to ideas, connecting to different events and making things possible. So I call myself as an enabler because there are things that you need to see behind the lens. There are things that you need to see behind a certain aspect to understand what it takes for a person to add value to another person. Just connecting is so beautiful and so magical that you will never be able to understand, but it will someday come back to you in a huge form that you will be surprised to say a small connection that you made actually built the future of some other organization and some other team.